Greetings Gothlings, welcome to Gothgirljournals. I'm Mina and I'm very excited that you could join me today. I haven't posted in a little bit because my poor doggo, I've had to take my Great Dane to the vet like every 2-3 days and it's been super exhausting. She's fine, she just licked her tail raw, so it had to be bandaged and she has to be combed and watched, and anyways, it was a whole thing. But welcome. I'm glad you're still here for those that stuck around. I am continuing with Creep on June in August, and it is day 15 today. This is the page, and the little excerpt is from the lake. It says, "So lovely was the loneliness of a wild lake, with black rock bound, those butterflies of earth who seek the skies and the tall pines that towered round." So that is the one I'm doing today. I'm going to be doing the story of Dr. Victor Frankenstein and, you know, his lab and how he created his monster. Yeah, let's get crafting. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut all of these out. I've backed them, although this is going to close, so I didn't actually need to back that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tag where, like a pocket tag basically, out of this part, and then this is going to open this way. So I wanted this part on the cover, so I had to cut it off and flip it, otherwise it would just be black, which I didn't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now attach this onto here. I'm just going to use some washi tape. You're not going to be able to see it once this tag has been closed into a pocket. Okie dokie. So I'm going to quickly ink because otherwise I will forget. Right, so I'm going to close this just now. I just want to get these two done. So this is going to be the front. Just want to trim this. This is going to be the front. Here are all my goodies for today. There's a lot. Although I did promise myself that I would calm it down a bit because I was just doing way too much and struggling to keep up. Just ignore all of that. What I'm going to do is on the cover, I'm going to make a pocket with this sort of, I guess it's like a postal envelope that says Frankenstein's lab. And I'm going to tuck a picture of Frankenstein in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two. This is from the kit. This is not. So basically this is what Victor Frankenstein used to look like. Okay, like all normal. And then it's going to flip up to show like he's just gone completely mad. Kind of thing, yeah, since he's been doing his experiments and all that stuff. So I'm just going to trim the top of this, and then I'm going to just use normal tape, and it's going to be like a flip up. All right. Oh gosh, getting the tape so dirty with my fingers. So I want these shoulder parts to kind of line up so it almost looks like one picture, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Okay, so just gunk gunk, very simple. I'm trying to keep it super simple, but I like how the shoulders match. And then that is going to go in here. I think I need to trim a little bit off so that it fits nicely into that pocket. So I'm going to just take it down just a squish. Right. And I can't cut straight with scissors, so this is my next best option here. All right, and then I've got this sort of, it's like an old document kind of thing. It's from the kit. So what I want to do is I backed it with some tea stained paper. I'm going to just quickly ink it, and then it's going to be almost like the pull tab for the photo or the picture. So I'll show you how that works now. So I'm going to just be gluing this to the back like that. I'm first going to attach this pocket to the bottom here. Up here we're going to have a little cherub, and then I'm going to have his name stuck on here. These are just like sticker letters. So it's going to be doctor, and I have to, these inverted commas I just have to cut into dots. Sure, this lettering is very big. I don't even know if this is going to fit on here. Okay, but something to that effect. And then let's see how this is going to look. It's going to be covering it. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's probably good. Let me do a line here so I know where to stick it. Okay, I saved you the torture of watching me peel stickers because it took forever, but there we go. We've got the initials on here. Dr. VF, Dr. Victor Frankenstein. Okay, and then we've got this. I just want to, I should have maybe reinforced this a little bit, but let's see how it goes. I want to check the pocket. Are we good? Are we stuck down nicely? Oh, you see, to leave it to dry properly. Leave it to dry properly. I think this actually might be because it's glued onto the washi tape. Because the washi tape is a little bit like smooth, so I'm going to clip this and then leave it for a bit. Excuse my reach. Yeah, there we go. Make it stick down. But anyways, so you kind of get the gist. So it's going to pretty much look like this, and then when you pull it out you see Dr. Victor, and then when you push this up, it's like, oh. Actually, I've got a really good thing. Let's see if it'll fit on here. I've got a good little word for there. Let me just find it in my little words here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have the word madness. I think it'll look cool if we put it here just to sort of reiterate what has happened. He's been driven to madness with all his experiments. There we are. The Mad Doctor. He has created a monster he cannot control. Extra glue off. Okay, so that is the front, or should I say, yeah, the front, the cover. So what we're going to do next is, this is really cool. Sorry, let me move some stuff. We are going to just take this off for a second. We are going to move on to over here, and we're going to put a wall. Okay, so this is now, you're trying to get into the lab. Just wondering if I should do it this side or the other side. Let's do it this side. I actually forgot I was going to have this part of it. So I'm going to be, this has been embossed to look like bricks. And then I'm going to be putting it here, and it's going to have a secret panel that opens up that holds Dr. Frankenstein's journal. He has stuff hidden. Sorry, I will find it eventually. Here it is. Okay, so journal. The journal's going to be in a little opening window here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my punch and then re-stick, kind of hinge it. I just find that easier than trying to, you know, trim 3 sides of. How about there? Yeah. Okay. This is a 2-inch square punch. I recently got it. Very happy with it. And luckily, this can fit. Okay, so now to make it open, I'm going to hinge it on the back here. Again, just with some washi tape. Rightio, so now we have, okay, so this has moved away a little bit. What I can actually do there is I can try and put a bit of red to cover that. This is going to work. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe not. Oh wait, when I do it like that, it seems to go on. Okay, so now I see it's made a shiny thing, so I'm gonna make it go all around, like that's what it's meant to look like. So it gives a clue of, I don't know if you can see the red, it's gone like shiny around. So we just go with it. Okay, so we have that, which is going to be glued down here, and then when it opens, it's going to have, whoops, upside down, it's going to have the journal just chilling there. I'm wondering if I should like stick it down with a bit of Velcro, or just kind of leave it in there and hope for the best that it doesn't fall out. Okay, I shall see about that. So we've got that. Now up here, I want to put, what was my plan for up here? It was this. I'm using that scroll that's like a clue that I put in some of them. So what I want to do is I want it to kind of do a little rope tie thing and a tag thing on here, which I will explain now. Don't know. See, it's going to have to go this way. Okay, let me just explain. So I've got these, okay, which is, it normally goes at the top of a tag, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on the ends here, and then when it bends in, I'm going to tie strings together so that you can open it. I will punch a hole through it just now, and then I'm just going to tie it with, I'm going to put string on either side so that you don't have to pull the whole thing out to open it. But that piece is ready. Okay, next one. I want to make a little dangle of a jar. I've said here oxalic acid, poison, and I've used double-sided tape, and I've already put some acetate on here. I then have another piece of acetate and the back of the jar. Here it is, which I've already got double-sided tape on. So you can see it like that. So basically, once they are together, they're going to look like this. And what I'm putting inside is, I'm putting an eyeball. This eyeball. And I quite like it, so I'm just going to do this with blood red. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to show the front here. Let me just peel this double-sided tape, which is always like my enemy. Oh no, wait. The eyeball is going to stick onto... Oh, I have to peel all of these. I get it now. I get it. So there we are, and now I'm just going to cut around this so that the acetate's not there. Obviously, if you prefer, you know, to cut the acetate to size beforehand, probably looks a bit better. But I just kind of thought I'll cut around afterwards. It just seemed quicker. Okay, there's still a few acetate pieces sticking around. Let's give those a trim. And from this side, I don't really mind that there's a little bit of sort of shininess around the bottle. It doesn't really bother me. And then just kind of pretty the parts where maybe they haven't, you know, overlapped so well, because I hand cut these two jars and cut the middle out, and it was quite difficult to leave these, you know, super thin and that, but it was worth it. I think it looks cool. There we go, we got most of it off now, and ta-da! So we've got our jar. So I'd love to hang this as a dangle, like make a hole here. Okay, moving on. The next part we're going to be doing is a little folder that's going to sit inside here, you know, once it's closed, and have that tab come out. Now actually, okay, so this is just, I'm actually not sure what kit this is from, and then on the back I actually stuck, it's like a fake dictionary, some sort of page, but it says peculiarities of the different parts of the body. It's not a dictionary, it's some sort of, I don't even know where this came from. I just like the different parts of the body thing. So there's going to be, I think, 3 tags that are going in here. Well, the tags. So one is going to be this folder, okay, that then you can pull out. The next thing is this tag, which I'm going to put a tab on it so it can be pulled out. And then the next one is going to be a much smaller one, which I have pre-made. So this is the back. And then the front has "In the dark of the night, even in the grave, all is not lost, gloomy cemetery." And it's got like a little picture. This is from the kit of the cemetery, and a little moth and a newspaper. So this is all about how Dr. Frankenstein gets his body parts. He basically digs up newly buried people to get some body parts to make his monster. So that's what that part is about. And that's also going to be going in here with a tab to pull it out. Except this one is quite short, so I'm a bit worried because you can't like put it in really deep. Anyway, so I'm just trying to see what tabs, like where all the different tabs should go so that they're kind of staggered. So I'm thinking this one should go here, somewhere around here. And then this last one, we're going to have to cover the flutterby a little bit and put it here. Okay. So what I did was I just took this, which I did with my punch. I'll show you the punch. It's this one. And then I just kind of put it on here and traced around so that I can kind of make like a natural file tab so that it's part of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this part off using my blade. So basically we're going to look where this ends. It is like here. I feel like this is quite skew. Oh, it's not that bad. So basically where I stopped with this, and I'm going to start from the tab that I drew and slice that, and now the rest can just be done with scissors. So just go around the thing that I drew so it will kind of match the size and shape of the other tabs that I've cut out. Okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. And then in here we're going to decorate. Let's do the file folder first. So I have like a bunch of stuff. I've got some little words here. This is stuff that would go onto its labels for you know, potion bottles and stuff, to be kept in a dry place, use only as directed. Monster. I dread the events of the future, not in themselves, but in their results. I think that's appropriate. Lobotomy. Then I've got these little tube bottles. Says shake well before use, for medicinal use only. So all those little potion-y bottles. I've got my cute little, this is like a thing of keys that I want to hang. Hope that's focusing. And then I've got the word cadaverous. And then I have this quote which says, "There is a reason why all things are as they are." Okay, and then create, because it's obviously, you know, his creation. So I've got that bunch of things. I've got a quote. This is from Release the Crafton. It says, "Sulcouth. It's an adjective, unfamiliar, rare, strange, and yet marvelous." So I've got that. Some more potion bottles. And then sort of these kind of like little anatomical pictures where they have like numbers and labels and things like that. Yeah, so I just kind of want to decorate this all over and then put some stuff inside, you know, make it like a proper folder. Excuse my reach. And then I'm going to put some stuff in here that's just like loose papers. So we've got handle with care, we've got confidential, and this is like almost like a business card for a coffin maker and undertaker. So maybe that's like the guy he's paying off so he can dig up the graves. And then I thought this looked just cool and documenty, and I think maybe we can stick this here. That'll look nice. Oh, there we are. The back of these, I don't want to leave them white. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink them up a bit with, this is Antique Linen Distress Oxide, and I'm going to use a brushy brush, like makeup brush thing. There we go, just because they're going to be loose and not stuck down, so I didn't, you know, want them to be stark white on the back, but it also provides a little bit of writing space, which is cool. Okay. So we've got those papers that are going in there. Those are ready. So now we can kind of like just stick a bunch of stuff. Like this is showing, goes this way, this is showing a brain, so that would be cool if we stuck that down and then said like the lobotomy here, lobotomy next to it and things like that. So I'm just going to quickly do just like a bit of a collage on here, and then I'll be back. So this is what I did inside. And then on the outside, I just put the word create. And then over here, I want to put a stamp and kind of some stamps around the outside, just to make it, you know, like a little bit more interesting. Except these things are still very gluey and sticky. So let me not close it. Just figure out, okay, so this goes this way, so let's do here first. So what I'll do is let's get some stamps going. I like these, they're like specimen labels, and then there's a few sort of little numbers here that I could put on the tab. Now I don't know if I want to use this because it's very, very sort of dark. Let's try, I'm just going to put a few on here. So the teeth kind of came out, the eyeball kind of came out. Now the stuff that is going in here, we've got handle with care, we've got confidential, we've got this one, and this is from the kit, from the actual like ledger. So I'm popping that in there. Anything else? Oh, I've got these, which are really cute because they're stickers. So, you know, can stick them, not stick them. Here we've got kind of like a chest x-ray. Pop all of those in there. I realize that's quite a lot. I don't know if be able to use all of those. Let's move on to this tag. I think I want to ink it in walnut stain. Walnut stain is kind of like my go-to. All right, so on this one, I want, oh dear, I want to put the actual, you know, Mr. Monster Man, and I've got quite like a cute picture of him, which is from the kit. Sorry, I'm like struggling to talk and do. There we go, because you will see the back of this one. Okay, so it's from the kit. It's this image. So I want to get that guy on here. I could maybe put a bit of like lab stuff in the background. Cut this down. Yeah, I think that'll look cool because the green matches so nicely. Green with green. Okay, let's do it. Before I change my mind, let's do it. Okay, here we are. And then this I will just punch just now with my Crop-A-Dile and make a hole. I don't think I'm going to do anything on the back. It's, you know, my stuff is extra grungy because of my dirty hands. Okay, so we've got that. We need to just figure out where the actual tab is going to go, but we can do that just now. Then the last sort of here. The last sort of piece is over here, which is going to be the lab. Well, this is also part of the lab, but this, sorry, I don't know what that noise is. This is sort of like one of those, what are they called? Like that morticians use, those tables and things, and it's showing that it can fold up and that it can open and extend and all of that. And then this is this is from the kit. This is a lightning storm, which for obvious reasons, what is happening here? I'm going to have to put extra glue there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to size, and then this is going to go here. This table is going to go at the top here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like various, you know, bottles and stuff from the lab to make it look more lab-like, if that's a word. And yeah, I'll quickly do that and come back. All right, so I did a little bit of decorating all around. So I'll show you the front now. I did this part, so I've got some bottles here just to kind of indicate that we're in the lab. We are harnessing lightning. Some more little test tubes and bottles. I've decided that this tag works better in here. This is the one I showed you, and then this is the that special table thing, and we've got cadaverous up here. I also like this because this and this kind of match, the kind of greeny yellow type thing. So that's that pocket. Here I've just added some jewels, a moth, and then this door here I put a tiny Velcro thing so it would close and the book is in there. It tucks a little bit in at the bottom here so it does stay, but you can remove it. And then on the back, what I've done is I've put I dread the events of the future, not in themselves, but in their results. And I don't know if this is focusing, sorry. And then I put more lab stuff here. There's a Raven fussy cut, and then I put the cipher thing here, which we're going to tie together now. And then in the front, I don't think I did much else. I put this key on, like it's the key to the lab, and then I put this in as just, you know, just a little something something. And then this is all still the same madness. And then on the back, I just decorated it a little bit. I wasn't liking the way it was looking. I'm probably going to use my antique linen around here as well, so it's not so white. And then I thought, let's just put some stamps. Oh, sorry. And then I did this one. This is actually probably the original one I was trying to show you. I've put the tab on, and on the back, I just couldn't resist using one of my die cuts. I don't have too many that actually match this theme, so... okay, so on this, we have to do that little rose symbol like I do on all of them. So let's put that on. I'm going to do two, one on either side, like that. Okay, it's got the little rose. I like it. And then I thought I could do a few stamps on here in red, and also show you a little trick that I've seen. I can't take credit for this. I saw Release the Craft and do this, Priscilla. She actually uses her ruler to put the cling stamps on, because they actually do stick relatively well depending on the type of ruler. So I normally can't find my stamp block. In fact, just the one I just used earlier to do the stamping, I can't find it now. So this one says confidential. Sorry, I'm trying to get stuff the right way up. Confidential. And I'm going to stamp it in red. So let's do that. Okay, and we go here. Look, it's not ideal. But I mean, if you can't find other stuff, like look how well that came out. If you can't find your blocky block, let's get the Crop-A-Dile and put holes here. I'm not actually going to put metal eyelets. I think it'll just make it too bulky, especially because it's on the back. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to punch the holes. That one. Right, so now we got holes. So what we can do is take two little stringies and feed one through here. So like that. And we close it. And then when you open it, you can solve the riddle. So that adds a bit of texture as well. I haven't done a lot of texture because there's a lot of stuff that has to slide in. Okay, so now I have glued this closed and it's got a pocket here, as you can see. So we're going to try and get all this stuff in. Oh, before we do that, I want to hang this. So let's make a little hole. I think I'm going to hang it here. So I think I'm going to go here. Yeah, you can't even see that. So I'm going to try put the keys, the little key charm thing, onto a bulb pin, as well as this onto the bulb pin. I don't often have luck with bulb pins, and I could have actually pierced this closer to the corner of the bottle. Okay, so let's just, oh, there we go. See, so that's, well, that looks cool, man. I like how that looks. I'm very happy with that. So we got that hanging there. We have our folder, which we've stamped the outside of. We open it. And there's all all sort of experimental body part stuff, parts of the body. And then I'm just popping in these. This is a sticker. I don't know where my third one went. This is from the kit. It's the ledger page. Hope I'm in frame. We've got this and our confidential and handle with care. Of course, I mean, you can always add more. Oh, there's the third one. It was the brain. You can always add more stamps and stuff, especially to these little papers, but I do want to leave some room for writing. So I'm going to put this in first, see how we do there. Okay, lovely. So we've got that there. And then there's this guy. We're going to pop him in here. Nice. Okay, that can also get stamped. So that's them in there. And then in the front, you guys have seen the front, we are going to put our Dr. Frankenstein guy in there. And then just for fun, this is also from the kit. I love it. And I printed it really big, so now I want to, you know, use it somewhere. Then we open here, and what we've got is the prompts. Gosh, I hope my camera's focusing. We've got the little door, secret door with the journal. And then this page, which is like his lab, the inside of the lab, and how he gets his cadavers. We're gonna pop that in there. And then the back has our, I'm not gonna untie it now, but it's got the little cipher riddle thing. And yeah. So this is day 15. I know it was a little bit not very thrilling, but I'm trying to kind of keep stuff a little bit plainer, a little bit shorter, so that I can put out more videos. I am going to be starting a new series from next week, which is very exciting. Along with this, I will see you guys for the next one. All right, farewell.